Okay, so this session today is about understanding how to relax. So, two things you have to have in order, in my opinion, to be able to um, accumulate or find the chi or find the energy in your body and make it come together and work correctly throughout. Is you have to be able to learn how to be relaxed, fully relaxed, and you also need the structure of the spine, which you'll find on the injury prevention page and the Tai Chi page and Qigong page that we have. And then you need to also have awareness. So if you have those three things, then you can truly start to find the chi within your body and start to move it around and make it where you create flow and power and speed and all those things. When I say speed, speed being not applied force, speed being through having torque of the body and so forth, which and coordination of the body, which makes speed in whatever thing you want to do at the end of the strike come together. So if that's a swing, you can see this doesn't look like a lot of speed, but it has a tremendous amount of speed with the club head, but I'm not applying it. I'm just using torque, muscular contraction, structure, alignment, and flow, and with that, and range of the body to create speed, not through being, real fast. And that's fast and less speed, but it doesn't have that flow to it. So that's what I mean by when I say that. Actually, I don't even like the word speed, because if you'll see in our program, if you find me saying the word speed, please let me know other than this video, because it's about control. Speed, when somebody comes to our golf school or I find somebody online, I have not found a player on our online program or that has ever, not ever, but has been to our school, and I can't tell you how many years, that didn't have enough speed to play high quality golf. They didn't have, what the problem was, they had plenty of the speed from the club head and all this stuff, but it was completely out of control. There was no understanding of how to deliver that speed, so therefore that's why we always within this program work on control. Everything's about control, and torque is slow, it's control, and speed can be a lot of different things. So anyway, so on being relaxed, so there's a lot of different ways to be relaxed. I'm just going to go right into what we're trying to do. So the fastest way, in my opinion, to understand how to be relaxed is to go the opposite. And this is taught in both Eastern and Western psychology. A lot of your high-level therapists and so forth will also teach you this if you're working on just your mental outlook and so forth, to teach people, obviously, how to relax. If you can't relax, then you can't relax. So therefore, you're going to deal with more stress, anxiety, the anger, the big three, and so forth, and also the depression, So you have to learn how to relax. So the fastest way to learn how to relax that I have found yet to date, and if I find somebody that has something better than this, I will certainly use it. But this is the best that I've found to date. And so if you took your whole body, from your feet, your legs, your core, your chest, your arms, your wrists, your neck, and then you held your breath and you squeezed everything as tight as you can. Do not do this for 30 seconds. Do this for maybe 5, or 5 to 10. But what I mean by that, because you're holding your breath, I don't want you to pass out, obviously. So you just hold it, tense it up as hard as you can, everything that you got, and just do that. And then all of a sudden, make sure your hands are up here like that, and all of a sudden just stand up and relax. And when I say you'll stand up, so the energy comes up, it's already working up, and then you just kind of bounce and let your arms go all the way limp, your shoulders go limp, and so forth. And so to understand true yin and yang, you have dark and you have light, you have hot and you have cold, you have love, you have hate. It's just the opposites, right? So sometimes you have to understand one, you have to go to the other. And you'll hear that in, especially Eastern philosophy. Sometimes when we're making mistakes in life, the mistakes are what, if you have good awareness and intent of where you're really trying to go, you can use the mistakes and as the fuel to get you to become more to the light and making the correct decisions. So sometimes the mistakes we make in life, if we truly learn from them and we don't want to keep living that and so forth. That's the fuel to the fire to get us over to the light. Same thing with golf. So we don't want all this tension in our swing, so sometimes we just have to go get it. I mean, so we want to make sure that you understand the difference. Most people don't. If they're just trying to relax, well, they could just be right here and they go, I'm relaxed. But they're really not relaxed. So stiffen everything up, and this is a great exercise. Do 5 sets of this and relax. And just truly let everything fall. Even pull your shoulders up if you have to. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your core, everything, your fists and arms as tight as you can, and relax. We'll do it again. Pull everything up, try to flex everything as hard as you possibly can, and relax. And then when you relax, you know now, it's kind of like, gosh, that weight is off my shoulders. Your muscles will be, if you do not work out, you'll probably be sore tomorrow just from doing this. And one more like this, hold it in, hold it in, hold it in, and relax and breathe. Just let everything out. That's full relaxation. All right, and then so what you would do, and I'm not going to do this because it will take up too much of the video, is do the same thing. So you might stiffen your ankle, really flex your foot or your leg, hold it up off one leg like this and flex it and just by itself and then through. Or same thing over here. So you do individual parts. I'm doing it with my quads right now, trying to do that, and then I relax. So my point is you can do this with individual body parts all the way up. You got to be careful with the neck. Don't try to lean it back or lean it forward and do all that. If you do anything, just pull your shoulders up a little bit. If you have neck issues, don't do anything with your neck. But you can do this to understand tension versus being truly fully relaxed. And relax, you can breathe better. You can move if you're walking, if you're dancing, if you're golfing, and doing whatever you're going to do it better. Relaxed. Your mind will work better after you do this. You'll typically, your clarity and the pictures you have in your head, the images, you start to see more. You have better clarity and vision and so forth. So that's just basic. That's just basic to help you understand how to open up the chi. Because if you're tense like this, you could be doing these drills like we're talking about with awareness. And if you're tense and stiff and all this, even though you're trying to do the patterns, you won't do it. So before you get into trying to do some of the awareness drills that we show part 1, part 2, I'd love you to be able to truly find being relaxed. So whole body, then individual parts, and then you can start to work on like part 1 that we do this and we're trying to develop the chi and so forth. And because then when you're relaxed, you can start to flow. Okay? Now, with that being said, with relaxation, I want to show you how we can make this functional because I know everybody's on here to learn the golf, so we'll try to make it as much as we can about that. So this is a great way to understand being relaxed again versus being tense in your swing. So if you took your grip, and I just took my grip and I held it as hard as I can like this for 10 seconds. Squeeze that thing as hard as you can. And don't lose your grip, but then just relax. Relax your elbows, your wrists, your shoulders, and breathe. That's the energy you want to hold the club at the end of that. So when you relax it. So if I'm here and I squeeze it as hard as I can, elbows tight, raising the shoulder, I relax. That's the softness that you'll see me when I'm swinging. That's the softness that it is from here to here to here. That's softness. Now it's not limp, so it doesn't mean like in transition it's limp like this. That's limp. That's relaxed too. It needs to be full, which we'll try to help you understand as well. So then what I want you to do, so you practice the grip, then I want you to go straight from there to the whole body. I'm going to angle off a little bit here. But you'll swing and stiffen up. Try to just swing and stiffen up your whole body and swing just like this. So it'd be like, do not let it relax and flick or anything. Just stiff and stiff. So it looks like this. And make 4 or 5 swings like that. And then after that, you're swinging stiff as you possibly can. I want you to relax the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the knees. Really soften up and make a golf swing opposite of that. And that's the easiest way. Now, is that big? It could be, you can make a little 5-yard shot after that. You can make a little 10-yard shot. You don't have to just make a full swing. That's the softness that you want. That's the relaxation that you want. You do not want to be hitting 5-yard shots like this. And sometimes even practicing like this is really good. The phone's getting me these days. Alright, so even practicing just 5 yards real stiff, and then just relax. Just let the elbows bounce, the arms, let the whole body relax, and then just practice. And then you'll see that your float gets better. You know that it won't be limp, but it'll get better. The flow gets better. The whole thing as far as flow is the swing. The whole body, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, everything, arms. Okay, so you can do that 5 yards, 10 yards, 15, 20, 25 yards, the same drill, and you can do that in the 10-yard scale, the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 yards. But just practice. You can do it with the arms. Squeeze the arms as tight as you can. Squeeze the shoulders, squeeze the core, and then just relax them and let them drop, and then just make some swings. You don't need to make a lot of swings, you just make a couple. And you'll feel, like we talk about with the chi, that's just the energy, so it's just flow. The swing feels like it's more graceful, more relaxed, and so forth. Now, intensity and tension are tension and intensity are two different things. So, in intensity, it could be, you might have this softness like this. Or even if you're going back, you might go all, let's just say we go to the zone 5, all the way back, we're in a full shot. We've got, that's maybe a 2 on intensity. Okay? So then we go here, we go 5 on intensity. We go here, we go 7 on intensity, which is a good playing speed. We go here, and then we might go, 9, 10, which is not really a great way to play. You might hit one shot around where you're trying to really to do that. So then, but if you watch, even when I went long here in foot Mach speed, I was relaxed. So you have this relaxed, even though you're creating, more output and force, because you still have to create output and force for intensity, but it's still relaxed. So tension and intensity. So if I get back and I'm going to go intense, but I'm tight, it looks like this. So I'm going as fast as I can go, as being tight as I can, which is, again, a good way to practice. Then you go here and just relax that, but have the intensity to get the ball out a long way. The intensity for that, but you have to stay overall fully relaxed. And if you do that, that'll create some more fullness. Fullness is basically in your frame, so you're not collapsing like this, trying to be, so relaxed that you're going limp with your body like this. You have to have the structure and the fullness of what you're trying to do, whatever it is, but the relaxation through that. So the structure would look like this, the structure being the whole body and the arms, and the relaxation is the structure is moving like this, but it is fully relaxed. It's not this, the structure's wrong there, it's here, if that makes sense. So structure could be a lot of things. So just going from really, really stiff and all that stuff, doing it incorrectly, to very, very, very relaxed. So be creative. This is just a few ways I've showed that. You can do this in putting, you can do it in chipping, 5-yard scale, the 10-yard scale, you can do it in the zones, you can do it however you want. It's just to help you understand, again, it's more awareness. You have to be relaxed to get all the chi to flow through your body right. You have to also have the structure and alignments, which is the postures, to have that working as well, working really well as well. And then the awareness is to help you understand when you're not. Your best coach is you, as we always talk about. So you have to be able to understand if you have the softness and you have a soft intensity and you're working slow patterns, where you are. Where's my body at right now? If I'm here, where's my body at if I'm doing it correctly? And then all of a sudden you learn about your body, what patterns are structurally stronger versus weaker. Same thing with shaft. Is this weaker, or is this weaker? Is this weaker, or is this stronger? And then you start to play the game of like only going strong, so you'll start to move in the most efficient way if you play that game. So it's not just one thing. It's about being relaxed, aware, and start to understand and build this awareness, sensitivity, feel, and awareness, and adjustability that we always talk about. So anyway, Be creative with all that. Practice however you like to practice it. Use it when necessary. And it's also good for mental health. So if you're having a really tough day, you have kind of some anger, you had a hard day at work, and all those things, there's different, I'll have different videos on talking about breathing types for that. But just sometimes go on and tensen. If you've had a really bad day, just really tensing everything up like that for 10 seconds, 5-10 seconds, and then letting it go. And do not do this driving. You would do it at home or at your office or whatever. Tense everything up as hard as you can, 10 seconds, and let go. And just breathe. And do that for, off and on for maybe, 30 seconds to a minute. And you'll start to feel relaxed. Your arms and your body will start to feel loose and so forth. Just telling yourself to relax is not enough. If it was that easy, like the old theories are, your thoughts are cause your feelings cause your actions, and there is certain belief in that. But more importantly than anything, it's proven that feelings, the way you feel, is what you'll become. So you've got to attack something that creates feel. So this is something that you can go right on in, and you've got a feeling, you have something you can relate it with, and then all of a sudden you relax it, and then that's who you want to be. You have to become this. It's not something you just do it once on the golf course or one time in 1 hour or something like that. You just all of a sudden become. I can tell you, you will live longer. You will feel better about yourself while you're on this earth if you are relaxed and focused versus just being stressed and focused, or just stressed in general. The biggest problem with stress, as any professional would tell you, the biggest problem with stress is a lot of times it's the monkey mind. It's the mind bouncing thought to thought, going crazy, and you can't focus, and you can't get that. You can't get the stress, and you can't do anything thought-wise to break that. And so here's a practice that will help you do that, create relaxation, and then you can go into some of the Qigong or Tai Chi patterns where they're focused on internal movements, and you can center your mind and help to start taking down some of these barriers and obstacles that we all have to deal with in everyday life. So anyway, I hope this helps you, and see you soon.